Hello everyone, good evening. If my voice is audible to you guys, please do let me know. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with me with my audio or the video, please do let me know. Guys, if there is no issues with my audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. No issues? That's great. Everything is audible. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, how was your day, guys? I'd given you guys a small assignment as well, if I remember it correctly. Have you guys finished it up? I've given you guys some assignment yesterday to check up what is APIs, what is front end, what is back end. Have you guys finished up the assignments as well? See, the assignments are very small, okay, very precise. I'm not sending you a good, like a very big assignment, just small assignments itself, so that slowly and slowly you're developing the habit of actually studying. Because I know I was also a student. One of the biggest problems with me was I was not studying on a regular basis. Okay, so I want to inculcate that habit within you. Just small assignments every single day that I will be giving you guys. I won't be checking it up. I have no means of checking your assignments up. But I want you guys to realize that, okay, so this is something that is important for me. Okay. So please try to make sure that like you are completing those assignments on time. Okay. So application programming interface, that's good. That was the full form of API. Did you guys read a little bit about what are APIs, what is front end, what is back end? Please let me know. Did you guys read about what is front end, what is back end, what is APIs? Can you guys let me know what is an API, what you were able to understand? Okay, what is a front end, what is back end, what you were able to understand? I was able to give you guys a brief like understanding about what is front end, what is back end, what is APIs, using an example that you were able to relate to. Okay, but did you guys understand it on your own way itself? Please do let me know. Yesterday, the example that I gave you guys of the restaurant, were you able to understand that example? Please do let me know, guys. Did you guys were able to understand the yesterday's example that I gave you guys about the front end being the part of the restaurant where you go and sit, where you are able to see everything around you, the back end being the kitchen? Okay, just think about a story. So in every single restaurant, there's a, in the kitchen itself, there's a storage space as well. Okay, there's a storage space. Think about that storage space that contains the bread, the spices, the meat, all these kind of stuff that they utilize to cook the food as the back end. Okay, as the database of the website. Okay, for example, the user data. Okay, so what is your ID and your password? What is your let's assume you are having some kind of like data store. So what type of movies do you like? What are the movies that you have watched? Okay, so 50 minutes of particular movie that you have watched up till now. All that type of data is being stored in the database itself. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to explain it to you guys. So API, the code that helps the difference between two softwares of communication and exchange data with each other. That's good, Umesh. That's great. But can you explain it to me in a sense that you understood, not a bookish language? Okay, I don't want you guys to think about APIs or front end or back end from a bookish language or a bookish standpoint itself. Okay, so because if you are able to understand it in your own language, then that would be amazing for you. Okay, that would be amazing for you because you will be able to understand stuff in a lot more or easier manner in your own language itself. Okay, so just a small introduction about what is front end, what is back end, what is APIs. In this particular bootcamp, we will be focusing upon an introduction to front end web development with JavaScript and React.js. Okay, so we'll be focusing and we'll be starting with JavaScript from today, guys. And I hope that you guys have are ready for today's class. Okay, you guys are ready for what we are going to do today as well. I'm able to see, man, that's great. Most of you have read a little bit about APIs, read a little bit about front end and back end. That is amazing. I'm able to see these results right over here. People are putting up the answers, and almost all the answers are also correct. So it's good that you are focusing upon the small assignments that I'm giving to you guys. Please try to do it. Okay, that will be my suggestion to you guys, and I hope that you will be able to do it for the next 7 days as well. I'm extremely proud that you were able to do that. Okay, good, amazing, and you guys are ready for today's class as well. Great. So today we are going to start with JavaScript first of all. Okay, that is what we are going to start off with, JavaScript. It will be a hands-on learning process. Now I told you guys to install Chrome. Okay, did you guys install Chrome? Please do let me know. Did you guys install Chrome? Please do let me know. Did you guys install Google Chrome, guys? Please do let me know. Good. For those who don't have a laptop, okay, for those people who don't have a laptop, just listen to me carefully. You don't have to do anything else. Okay, just listen to me carefully. Do not code. Okay, just listen to me. Take down notes for the next 2 days. Only for 2 days you require a laptop. Okay, for the rest of the days you can do it from your mobile phones as well. So if you don't have a laptop, do not worry. Do not take any kind of tension or something. Just be patient. Just listen to me carefully. Just try to understand whatever I'm saying. That is more than sufficient for you guys. Okay, the second thing that I want you guys to understand is, most of the instructors while coding will be telling you guys that code along with me. Please don't do that here. Okay, please don't do that here. Do not code along with me. Sit with only a notebook and a pen. Okay, sit with only a notebook and a pen. Try to listen to me very carefully. Try to understand what I'm teaching. Do not code along with me, guys. So what is our motto, guys? Do not code along with me. Please tell me that you are able to understand this. Okay, do not code along with me. Why I'm saying this, try to understand that we are having almost 2000 people that are going to be studying with us. If you are like coding along with me, you will not be able to listen to what I'm speaking. You will not be able to understand what I'm speaking. You will be skipping out on some concepts as well. I don't want you guys to do that. Okay, so once the class has ended, okay, today's assignment is exceptionally small. Once the class has ended, I want you guys to just practice whatever I have taught in today's class. That's it, as simple as that. Okay, whatever I have taught in today's class, try to practice on your own. That is your assignment for today. Do not code along with me. Okay, just take one notebook, one pen, note down your notes, whatever you are able to understand. If you feel that, okay, while after the class, when you're practicing whatever I've taught and you don't remember something, you can come back to the video. The video isn't going anywhere. Okay, the video isn't going anywhere. It is for you. But if you're not attending the class on live, you will not be able to get the certificate. Okay, so am I clear with everybody, guys, for what is today's assignment? Can you guys let me know what is today's assignment, guys? Please do let me know. What is today's assignment, guys? Please do let me know, guys. What is today's assignment? Can you guys let me know? Whatever I'm teaching right now, practice it after the class. Do not code along with me, and that will be our assignment. Okay, as simple as that. So if you guys are ready, let's start with our today's class without wasting any more time. We'll dive directly into learning JavaScript. It will be a 90 minutes class, guys, so please focus upon the class, and I hope that you guys will be able to understand everything and enjoy the entire learning process as well. Okay, we are here to learn as well as have fun. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create a new tab. I'm just going to take it out right over here. Okay, so this is a Google Chrome tab, a simple Google Chrome tab. You can open up any website on it as well. I don't care about it. This is a normal Google Chrome tab. Okay, nothing too complicated right over here. I hope that you guys are able to see and understand this. Once you have opened it up, I want you guys to do a right click. Okay, I want you guys to do a right click. After doing that right click, I want you guys to click on this inspect option anywhere on the entire website. Okay, just do a right click, click on inspect option. Okay, nothing too complicated. Right click, inspect option itself. Once I've opened up inspect options, a developer panel, okay, a developer panel gets opened up for you. As you're able to see right over here on my screen as well, a developer panel has been opened up for me. There are multiple options available right over here. I'm having console, I'm having elements, I'm having sources, I'm having networks, okay, I'm having let's see, performance, memory, application, security, lighthouse recorder, performance insights. These are some of the options that are available to me. Are you guys able to see these options? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see these options? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see these options? Please do let me know, guys. Great. So in these options, I want to select, okay, I want to select console. Among these options, I want to select the option of console. Now, while starting the programming in JavaScript, I've explained it to you yesterday, we are going from the utmost basics. You might think, why are we not using an IDE or a proper dedicated environment like VS Code or Atom or something else for coding? You will be able to understand it later on. Like I said, I like to take things from basics. There's a lot of different stuff that I want you guys to learn and understand. Okay, so just focus upon this. It will help you guys in the longer run itself. Okay, so once I've selected console, this is the place that I'm going to write my code. Okay, write my JavaScript code at. Okay, so right over here we are going to, so we are programmers, okay, and I'm an Indian as well. In India, there's a tradition, okay, there's a tradition. Whenever we start something new, okay, you must feel that you must be able to connect with this as well. Your parents must be doing it. Whenever you start something new, we feel that it's very auspicious to eat curd and sugar before doing that. Okay, to eat curd and sugar before doing that. Okay, it's auspicious for Indians. And the same way for programmers as well. Whenever we start, okay, whenever we start learning a new programming language, okay, whenever we start learning a new programming language, we do that by writing hello world in that particular language. Okay, we do that by writing hello world in that particular language. So what we are going to do is, for the first time, is we are going to try to write hello world in JavaScript itself. Okay, so we are going to do that by using something called as, so what do you feel is the meaning of the term? Now when I'm talking about meaning, like I said, I don't consider that you guys know programming at all. So when I'm talking about a particular word, I'm talking about its English meaning. Okay, what is its meaning in English? What do you feel is the meaning of the word alert in normal English, guys? Can you guys let me know? Okay, what is the meaning of the word alert in normal English? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what is the meaning of the word alert in normal English, guys? Okay, careful, attention, okay, being aware, active, to announce something, message, okay, to announce, to alert someone of a particular stuff, okay, make aware somebody, okay, good. Pop-up, okay, pop-ups can also be considered as alerts itself, to warn, okay, good. Cautious, attention, to get aware, okay, careful, awareness, warning, caution. So you guys are able to understand the meaning of the term alert. Now in JavaScript as well, there is a inbuilt function. So for example, when I am telling you guys, get me a glass of water, okay, I tell you, so for example, you are coming to my home, okay, and you say that, can you bring me a glass of water? What would I do? I'll just get up, go to my kitchen, get you a glass of water. I understand what is the meaning behind the term get me a glass of water. You don't have to tell me that, okay, stand up from the couch, walk 10 feet towards the right, okay, take a left, walk 20 feet towards the left itself, okay, press the green colored button, put a glass under the counter. Once the glass is filled up, press the red color button, okay, then walk the exact same path back to me. You don't have to explain me the process of getting water itself. You just have to say that okay, get me a glass of water, and I will get you the glass of water itself. Similarly, in programming languages as well, it's something called as functions. Okay, we will be learning about functions in a lot more depth in tomorrow's class, or we'll be starting it in today's class itself. I have no idea about it. Let's figure out how much we are able to cover today. Okay, but there's something called as functions in JavaScript, where you are just able to tell that, okay, get me a glass of water, and JavaScript will get you a glass of water itself. Right now, our aim is to show the message hello world to our user. Okay, to show a message hello world to our user itself, and we can do that by showing up a pop-up message. Okay, we can do that by showing a pop-up message containing the message of hello world, because if you want to communicate something to a user on a browser itself, you need to use pop-ups right over there. So to create a pop-up, to create an alert, to create a awareness, to convey some message to the user, you have a function called as alert in JavaScript. This alert function generates a pop-up for you. Okay, so what you want to do right now is you want to just write it off. Okay, you just want to write alert. Okay, that is, I want to create an alert right now. And what is the message that you want to write? You need to put it up in between these parentheses. Okay, you are having the function called as alert that is going to generate a pop-up for you. Okay, you are having these parentheses, whatever message that you want to put inside the pop-up. Okay, whatever message that you want to put inside that notification itself, that needs to go inside of these parentheses, and then you are having your semicolon at the end. This semicolon is just like a full stop in English. Okay, that is where this particular sentence ends. That is where this particular piece of code ends right over here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to write your message right over here, that is hello world. That is the hello world that you want to create. Okay, so I'll write the message right over here that says hello world. Okay, so you are having alert, that is the pop-up that you want to create, the message that you want to put inside of that pop-up, that is hello world, and then the semicolon at the end that basically says that this is a line of code. Okay, this is a line of code. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. Great. Now to run this particular line of code, okay, to run, now you have written the code, now you need to run it. Okay, to run this particular line of code that you have written inside of the console, you just have to press enter. Okay, you just have to press enter right over here. As we are able to see, we get hello world printed out on our screen. Okay, we're able to get hello world printed out on your screen. Are you guys able to see the notification saying hello world on the screen, guys? Please do let me know. So we have written the very first line of code in JavaScript that basically produces a message that is hello world on our screens. Now you will be able to see, okay, you will be able to see that without the semicolon as well. If I'm removing the semicolon, right, where you have removed this semicolon, okay, alert hello world, and the semicolon is removed. Okay, but if I press enter, it will still work. There will be no errors. Okay, I'm still getting hello world on our screen. So you would be saying that, okay, so why do we require the semicolon? Okay, so when you are reading a normal English sentence, or let's assume that there is a novel that you're currently reading. One of my favorite novels has been Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. Okay, let's assume that you are also, or Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Okay, so you are also reading the exact same novel. Let's remove all the punctuations from the novel itself. Okay, we'll remove all the full stops, all the semicolons, all the inverted commas, everything that is there, all the punctuations, we are removing it off the novel itself and giving you the novel. You will be able to understand the novel, but at some places it would be difficult to understand what the author wants to convey. That is the reason why you have punctuations itself. Right now, alert, this particular sentence of code is still working without the semicolon, but usually you won't be writing 1 or 2 lines of code in JavaScript. You will be writing 10,000, 5,000, 8,000 lines of code at once in JavaScript. At that particular point of time, time there may be some cases where your code will not be functioning as you want it to function because the semicolons are missing. You might end up into some errors, your code might not function properly, and it's always better to be on the safer side of things. That is what I also tell the students at all times. Always try to be on the safer side of things. Okay, so to be on the safer side of things, we will always be putting up a semicolon at the end. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Why do we use alert to generate alert? That is what I was explaining up till now. How to generate an alert, how to generate a pop-up to show a particular message to the user. Okay, so that is the reason why we will be using semicolons at the end. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. Why do we use alert? Like I said again and again, to generate notifications. Okay, if you want to showcase a notification to the user itself, any kind of message that you want to showcase to the user, we require alert. Okay, we require alert. Now we have used alert to showcase something to the user. Okay, to showcase some message to the user itself. Now that's a good question. So why are we getting undefined right over here? Okay, do not worry about it. This undefined you will be able to understand once you have studied up functions. Okay, once the functions topic has been covered by me, then I will be letting you guys know why this undefined is coming right over here. Okay, till then just keep it inside of your minds that when you are running the alert function, you were getting an undefined right over there. Once we are covering up functions properly, then I will be explaining to you guys why this undefined is coming right over here. Right now, if I try to explain it to you guys, it will be a bouncer and you will feel like, array, JavaScript is so complicated, it's so hard. It's not. Okay, just taking up step by step, you will be able to understand everything. Trust me, I know that. Okay, so next, up till now we have seen how to showcase a message to the user, how to showcase a notification to the user itself. What about getting input from the user? Okay, you showcase the message to the user. Now I want to get some input from the user. I want to know the name of the person who is coming to my website. Okay, what is your name? I want to ask him this particular question, and I want to get, okay, I want to get the name of the user as the input itself. So just like alert shows you a notification, there is another particular function in JavaScript that does this for you. That is the prompt function. Can you guys let me know what is the meaning of the word prompt according to you in normal English? What is the meaning of the word prompt according to you in normal English, guys? If you know the meaning of the term prompt in normal English, you will be able to easily relate, correlate, and remember all these things. Okay. Can you guys let me know what is the meaning of the term prompt in normal English? Please do let me know, guys. To ask someone to immediate. Okay, prompt is immediate. Okay, that's fine. Prompt means to ask somebody something. Okay, so I'm prompting someone to say something, I'm prompting someone to tell me something. Okay, so it's more like a poking type of scenario itself. I want to, like, I prompt somebody. Okay, I'm poking somebody to tell me something. So the same thing happens right over here as well. Prompt is again an inbuilt function in JavaScript. Okay, that is used to get inputs from the user. Okay, that is used to get inputs from the user itself. So let's create a prompt. Okay, so again, to create a prompt, you have to write prompt prompt. Now what is the question that you want it to contain? Okay, so prompt is the inbuilt function. We have written the function, there's a parenthesis, and then there is semicolon at the end, just like a full stop. Now what do we want this prompt to do? We want to get the name of that particular person, the name of the user itself. So what will be the question? The question will be, what is your name? So prompt will contain the question that it wants to ask. Okay, the question that it wants to ask, the question that will be shown to the user itself. So the question is, what is your name? Okay, question mark. That is the question that we want to ask. Okay, as simple as that. B Tech student, hey, can you speed up the class? It's very slow. Great BTech student, if you feel it's slow, it is even slower for me as well. I've been working in JavaScript for the past 6 years. So for me, this is like not even teaching ABCD to somebody, but teaching like how to produce sounds via the mouth. Okay, so for me itself, it's very slow. But like I said, our community is only as strong as the weakest link. So we have to take up everybody's space into account and then move further with it. It's great if you feel that it's a bit slow, that means you are good and intelligent. I would suggest you guys, if you feel that it's slow, either you can leave the bootcamp and study on your own, or you can help the students in the live chat by answering those questions. Okay, so that you are able to come like contribute a little bit back to the boot camps as well. I think so that can be something that I can ask from you, Pete, boot camp student. Okay, thank you so much. So like you are able to see right over here, a prompt, what is your name? As soon as I press enter, okay, as soon as I press enter, you will be able to see I'm getting a prompt. Okay, I'm getting another pop-up. I'm getting a prompt right over here. Okay, and you are getting the question written right over there. What is your name? Okay, question mark. Okay, what is your name, and then question mark right over there, and then you are having a particular text box where you can put in your input. Okay, when you are able to put in your input itself. So I'll write my name. So Shaurya, that is my name. So SHAURYA, Shaurya. I'm putting my input right over here, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Do you put space after the brackets for semicolon? There is no space. Okay, there is no space. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So I'm asking the question, what is your name? Okay, I'm putting in my input Shaurya. As soon as I press this button, okay. Okay, as soon as I press this button, okay, right over here, that input is showing up to me inside of my console. The input that the user provided. Okay, the input that the user provided is now being showcased up inside of the console itself. Okay, now the problem is the user gave me an input. I asked for an input, I asked for a prompt, I asked what is his name. He provided me with an input as well. That input was Shaurya. Now, but I'm not able to utilize this input. Okay, although I have that input right over here, Shaurya, I'm not able to use that input at any particular place. How to do that? How to save this input somewhere? Okay, if it was possible for me to contain this input inside of a Tupperware box, and every time that I wanted to use this particular name, I would just throw the Tupperware box at like a lunch box. Okay, think about it. Like I want to utilize this particular name, that is Shaurya. Okay, I want to utilize this particular name Shaurya. I want to put it inside of a box, and every time that I want to use this particular name, I will just release that box, just like Pokemon. Okay, think about it as Pokemon. I saw a name in the wild, I saw Pikachu in the wild itself, and I want to contain it inside of a Pokeball, and I want to use it at every single time that I want to use that name. Okay, so how to do that? Okay, how to do that? That is where the concept of variables come into place. Okay, that is where the concept of the variables come into place. Let's try to first understand what variable is. Okay, let's first try to understand what variable is using a totally unrelated example that you guys will be able to relate to. Okay, and why do we require variables? Let's first try to figure that out. So let me just open up Paint for you guys. Okay, so once I have put up the Paint itself, let's try to understand this. It will be a pretty simple example, guys. I want you guys to relate to it. I want you guys to understand it as well. Let's assume that you are a software engineer. Okay, so this is you. You have become, you have finally reached your goal. Okay, you have become a software engineer itself. Okay, we'll draw some hair on your head as well. Okay, so this is you. Okay, this is your software engineer. Now you're having a smile on your face as well, that okay, now I have become a software engineer. Let's assume that your salary, okay, your salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, that is the salary that you're getting, 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, when you're getting your salary, you have decided, okay, so your job is in Bangalore. Okay, so now you need to shift to Bangalore itself. Your rent, let's assume that your rent comes up to be 25,000 rupees. Okay, your rent is equals to 25,000 rupees. Let's assume that. Okay, then you also have to, of course, you are a programmer. Okay, you are a programmer, always on computers and everything, so you started to go to gym as well. Most of the programmers you will meet will start their gymming process. So let's assume that you go to gym as well, and your gym membership fees is 5,000 rupees. Okay, along with that, you're a programmer, you want to roam around the city and everything, so you're like, yeah, I will get a bike. Okay, I will get a bike, and I will get a bike, I'll put it up on EMI itself. Let's assume that the EMI, okay, let's assume that the EMI of your bike is 25,000 rupees. Okay, your EMI of the bike is 25,000 rupees. Okay, and you also have to pay tax. So we cannot assume tax. So the tax rate is 0.3. Okay, that is 30% or 0.3 itself. So you are having all these different things that are there. Okay, you have your salary, you have to pay rent every single month, you have to pay your gym membership every single month, you have to pay your EMI every single month. Okay, you want to pay have your taxes. Okay, you have to pay your taxes every single month as well. So all these different things are there. Along the same, you are a programmer, you don't want to do, okay, you don't want to do this every single month itself. You don't have enough time. Okay, you don't want to calculate your savings, you don't want to calculate your expenses every single month. So you are like, dude, I'm a programmer, I will just create a program that is able to do that for me. Okay, I'm a programmer, I will just create a program that is able to do all these different stuff for me. So let's assume that let's first calculate your expenses. Okay, so you are writing up a program that is able to calculate your expenses. Your expenses will be 25,000 rupees, that is your rent, plus your gym membership fees, plus your EMI, that is again 25,000 rupees. Okay, and along the same, you are having your tax. Okay, you are having a tax as well, that is 0.3 multiplied by 1 lakh rupees, that is your salary. And I think so I've put up, okay, yeah, I've put up the exact number of zeros, minus your rent and your EMI are tax deductible. Okay, let's assume that your rent and your EMI do not count up in your tax itself, that is tax deductible itself. So let's assume that your rent minus EMI is there, and that is the tax that you have to pay. Okay, that is the calculation for tax that you have to pay right over here. That is your expenses. What will be your savings, guys? What will be your savings? Please do let me know. Your savings will be 1 lakh rupees minus your expenses. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Your savings will be 1 lakh rupees minus your expenses. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Your savings will be 1 lakh rupees minus your expenses. Am I right or wrong, guys? Great. So 1 lakh rupees, that is your salary minus your expenses. So let me just copy paste this entire thing up instead of writing it down. So I'll just copy paste this entire portion, Control C, Control V, and I will paste it up right here. Okay, so that is your expenses that comes up. Okay, so I will just put up the expenses inside of a bracket, subtract it from your salary, and that is your savings every single month that you are able to get. And so on and so forth. You are calculating a lot of different things. For example, taxes you want to calculate, so 0.3 multiplied by 1 lakh rupees, okay, minus 25,000 minus 25,000, that is your tax as well. Let's assume that you have written 10,000 lines of code. You had a lot of different calculations that you had to make. All these lines of code are 10,000. Let's assume that these are 10,000 lines of code that you have made, right, written. Okay, 10,000 lines of code, all the calculations that you need to do. Once you've written this code, you are fixed. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, it will pay the rent as well, it will pay the gym membership fees, it will pay the EMIs, the taxes, it will calculate your savings, it will file for your taxation and everything. So all these different things, your code is able to do it on its own. Okay, now there's a problem. Your landlady comes to know about your salary. Your landlady is like, hey dude, you are a software engineer in Bangalore, you didn't told me about it. Okay, let's do one thing. I will increase your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees itself. Okay, I will increase your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. So let's assume that your landlady is a big meanie. Okay, this is your landlady. Okay, She has like a mean face. Okay, this is a mean face. She has a bun right over here. And this is your landlady. Okay, and she's like, hey, dude, I'm increasing your rent to 30,000 rupees. You can't do shit about it. You have to pay 30,000 rupees from this particular month. Okay, so this is being increased to 30,000 rupees. Now, what can you do? All your code that you have written is for 25,000 rupees. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. All the code that you have written right over here is for 25,000 rupees. Okay, so what do you want to do right now? So there's one particular option. You can do Control F and Control R, find and replace. Now you cannot find another place. Okay, if you are thinking that, okay, I will find some other place, your deposit for that particular place is gone. You're shifting, you have bought some furnitures and everything, you will be shifting, so that will be gone. The society where you have taken up the house is nice. You don't want to shift at any particular point of time. So just increasing the rent to 5,000 rupees is not a big deal for you. You are like, okay, I will do it. But now the problem is all these 10,000 lines of code that you have written, it is for 25. The calculations have been done according to the rent being 25,000 rupees itself. So what would you do right now? You will open this file up where you have written these 10,000 lines of code. Okay, and then you will do a Control F and Control R, that is find and replace all the 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Okay, so are you guys able to understand? You will just find this particular file where you have written all the code. You will do a Control F and Control R, that is find and replace all the 25,000 rupees to a 30,000 rupees. Can you find a problem with this particular statement? Can you find what is the problem that you will be ending up at if you are doing this? Can you guys let me know? Think about it. If you are looking at this particular code, okay, you are doing a find and replace for 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. What is the problem that you will be ending up at? What is the problem that you will be ending up at? Can you guys let me know? That's amazing, guys. The EMI is also 25,000 rupees. So all your EMI values will also change to 30,000 rupees itself. Your EMI will also change, and you don't want to change your EMI. Your EMI is still 25,000 rupees. So what will you do? You will find all the 25,000 rupees. Okay, you will check. Okay, is this 25,000 rupees for my rent or for my EMI? Okay, this is for rent. Okay, so I will update this to 30,000 rupees. You will find this particular 25,000. Is this for my rent or for my EMI? Okay, this is for rent. Okay, I will increase it to 35,000 rupees. Okay, this is for your EMI itself. Okay, so I will not be increasing it to 30,000 rupees, and so on and so forth. You will have to do this for the entire 10,000 lines of code. You will have to do this for the entire 10,000 lines of code. And again, you don't want to do that. You never want to do that. Okay, every time your gym membership is increasing, your rent is increasing, your EMI is increasing or decreasing, you have to come right over here and look at every single line of code and change it. Okay, and you don't want to do that. So what is the best possible alternative for that? Okay, so usually when your friend's name is pretty long, for example, Shaurya, so for example, one of my friend's name was Aniket something Kumar. Okay, you don't want to call him by his entire name, so you'll be calling him by Andha. Okay, that means blind. Okay, he had a power of, I think so, 6 or 7. Okay, -6 and -7 something. So we used to call him as Andha itself when we were in school. So you used to assign a nickname to that particular person. Everybody in our like school used to refer to him by his nickname. Everybody knew who he was. Okay, the same thing we'll be doing right over here. We'll be assigning nicknames to all these values. Okay, we'll be assigning nicknames to all these values. We've already done that. Okay, if you see 1 lakh rupees, we have assigned a nickname of salary. 25,000 rupees, we have assigned it a nickname of rent. 5,000 rupees, we have assigned a nickname of gym. 25,000 rupees, again a nickname of EMI. 0.3, again a nickname of tax. And now we will be utilizing, instead of writing numbers right over here, we will be using these nicknames. So it will be your expenses. So EXP, okay, your expenses equals to your rent, okay, RENT, plus gym, plus EMI, minus your tax multiplied by salary minus gym minus EMI. Okay, so you will be using these nicknames right over here. You will be using these nicknames right over here. Similarly, if you want to calculate your savings, okay, you want to calculate your savings, so your savings will be SAVE savings is equals to salary minus your EXP. You have already defined, okay, you have assigned a nickname to your expenses. You have already assigned a nickname to your expenses as well. So you can directly utilize that nickname right over here. So savings is equals to salary minus expenses. Okay, similar to that, this will also be tax. Okay, so rate is equals to rate is equals to tax multiplied by salary minus your EMI minus your rent itself. Okay, am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? So we can now remove, okay, we will now remove all these mathematics and we'll just keep up these nicknames that we have created. Okay, we'll just keep up these nicknames that we have created. So let me just remove all these numbers for you guys so that it's pretty clear to you, and we'll be utilizing these nicknames instead of having direct numbers itself. So let me just remove everything from here and from here as well. Okay, and we'll be utilizing these nicknames right over here itself. Okay, so now if you want, if the landlady is coming up and saying that, okay, I want to increase your rent to 30,000 rupees, that is what I want to do. I want to increase your rent to 30,000 rupees. So instead of looking at these 10,000 lines of code, you don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. You don't even have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. You just have to look at these 5 lines of code itself. You have to look at these 5 lines of code itself. You want to increase, you just have to delete 25,000 rupees from here and update that value to 30,000 rupees. Okay, you want to just update that value to 30,000 rupees itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Now everywhere, okay, wherever you have used the word rent, okay, wherever you have used the word rent at any particular point of time, now that refers to this 30,000 rupees. That refers to this updated value of 30,000 rupees itself. So you don't even have to go through these 10,000 lines of code and it's done. That is the use. These nicknames is what we refer to as variables, and a very important concept in every single programming language that you are ever going to use, whether it be JavaScript, Python, C, C++, C#, Java, Go, any particular language that you are learning at any particular point of time, variables is going to be there. Okay, you cannot change it. Okay, the same thing, let's assume, okay, let's take up, like, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. I used a example that you could correlate to. You could easily understand that why do we require variables at any particular point of time. Okay, now once we have understood why do we require variables, let's try to understand how to create variables in JavaScript. Okay, so in JavaScript, if you want to create a variable, it's pretty simple. The code that you have to write, let's assume that I want to create a variable called as rent, okay, that contains the value of 25,000 rupees inside of it. Okay, I want to create a variable called as rent that has a value of 25,000 rupees inside of it. So what you have to do is you just have to write var is, that is, you want to declare, you are creating a variable. Okay, you are creating a variable itself. So var, the name of the variable, so the name of the variable is rent. Okay, so rent, that is the name of the variable that I'm creating, is equals to 25,000 rupees. Okay, this is how you are able to create a variable called as rent that contains 25,000 rupees inside of it. This is what you are creating. Okay, var is the short form for variable that I'm here to create a variable. So this is a line of code in JavaScript. Okay, this is a line of code in JavaScript. So you're creating a variable called as rent, okay, that contains the value of 25,000 rupees inside of it, and this is how you are able to create a variable in JavaScript. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. Great. So no matter from which background you are, no matter from what you're doing, if you were listening to me continuously without like being distracted or something, then you must be able to understand this concept absolutely fine according to me. Okay, let's try to implement the exact same thing inside of our code as well. Now, what was our purpose? Okay, I want to create a box. I want to create a box inside of which I want to store the input that I'm getting from the user. We use prompt to get input from the user, the name of the user itself. I want to store that. Okay, I want to store that inside a box. Okay, I want to store that inside of a box itself, and I want to utilize it. Okay, I'm so sorry. So first of all, when I'm running this particular prompt statement, prompt what is your name, I'm getting your input, I'm putting up the input Shaurya. Okay, that Shaurya is getting sent right over here. Now instead of sending it to the console, instead of sending the input given by the user inside of the console itself, I want to put it up inside of a box. I want to put it up inside of a variable itself. Okay, so we'll be doing that right now. Okay, we will be creating a variable called as name. Okay, we will be creating a variable called as name. So what will be the code to create a variable called as name, guys? Can you guys let me know what will be the code to create a variable called as name? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what will be the like code to create a variable called as name, guys? Please do let me know. That's great. So var, okay, we want to create a variable var name, that is the name of the variable, is the equals to, and then semicolon. Okay, so what is this var equal to? Okay, what is this var equal to? I want it to be equivalent to the input that I'm getting from the user itself. Okay, the user who is currently using my website, the input that he is feeding in, that is what the variable var name, the var name should be equal to. That is prompt prompt. Okay, what is your name, question mark. Okay, so whatever input that the user will be feeding in, okay, whatever input that the user will be feeding in inside of prompt. So now we've learned about variables, we have learned about prompt. Now we are combining both the knowledge together to create this particular line of code. Whatever input that the user will be feeding in inside that input statement, that will, instead of being sent to the console, okay, instead of being shown case on the console itself, will be saved inside of a variable called as name. It will be stored inside of a variable called as name. So when I'm running this particular line of code, okay, let me put my full name right over here, Shaurya, Sinha, Sinha. Okay, I'm putting up my full name right over here, Shaurya Sinha itself. As soon as I'm pressing enter, you are able to see it's not coming up on the console anymore. It's not coming up on the console anymore. Where is Shaurya Sinha gone? The input that I gave right over there, where has it been gone? It has been saved inside the variable called as name. Okay, so now if I'm writing name right over here, you are able to see name now contains Shaurya Sinha. Name refers to the value of Shaurya Sinha from now on. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? That name, this is a variable that now contains the value Shaurya Sinha inside of it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So again, Leon, I think so you're not listening to me very carefully. I've told 3 to 4 times. This undefined is something that you will only be able to understand once you have completed functions. So when I will be completing functions, when I will be teaching you guys about functions and everything, only then I will be telling you guys why this undefined is coming up. If I'm telling you right now, you won't be able to understand anything, and then you'll see that JavaScript is hard, web development is hard, programming is hard. Okay, it's not hard. Okay, you just have to be taught in the right direction itself. Okay, great. So now if I want to print something out, okay, if I want, so let's do one thing, alert. Okay, I want to print hello plus world. So hello and world are now two separate entities. These are called as strings. Okay, this data type is called as strings itself. Why a string, guys? Because strings, like, what is a string? A string of pearls. Okay, so right over here, a string is like a thread. Okay, am I right? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. A string is like a thread itself. So a string of pearls is there, that is called as a necklace. Similar to it, right over here, this is a string of characters. Okay, this is a string of characters. So hello, it's a string of characters, a collection of characters itself. Hence we call it as strings. Okay, there are two strings right over here, hello and world. Now if you use plus symbol, okay, if you use plus symbols on like numbers, okay, it will just add those two numbers up. But what about using the addition symbol on strings, okay, on words itself? What will happen? It will just connect those two words together. Okay, it will just create one word that is called as hello world. Instead of having two words, okay, instead of having two words, hello and world, it will connect those two words. It will append, it will concatenate. Okay, the correct word is called as concatenation. This process is called as concatenation. That is the technical term. You need to remember this technical term, guys. When you use plus symbol on two strings, okay, it concatenates them together, it joins them together to form a single word. So I'm pressing enter right over here, you will be able to see hello world being showcased on your screen. Okay, but there's no space between them. Okay, hello world, there's no space between them. I want a space as well in between hello and world. So let's do that. For that, you can concatenate as many number of strings as possible. Let's assume hello, and then we'll have another particular string that is just an empty string itself. Okay, so I'm concatenating three different like strings together. Hello, that is our first word. Okay, then you are having the second word, that is a space itself, and then you are having the third word, that is world. Okay, that is the third word, that is world, right over here. So if I press enter, okay, if I press enter right over here, you are able to see hello space world being shown to you. Okay, hello space world being shown to you. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So now I can utilize this concatenation method to showcase a customized message to my user. Okay, I can use this knowledge of concatenation and variables and prompt to showcase a like a greeting to my user, a customized greeting to my user, saying, hi Shaurya, how are you? I want to create this message for my user itself, this alert for my user. So how to do that? I will write an alert. Okay, then I will have the first word, that is hi. Okay, and then my name right over here. After hi, I need a space plus name that contains my, that is the variable called as name that contains my name itself. Okay, and then how are you? Okay, so I've created a customized, okay, I've created a customized greeting for my user itself right over here. As soon as I press enter, you are able to see that I'm getting a particular customized greeting that is, hi Sharasana, how are you? Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. I'm able to get this customized message that is, hi Sharasana, how are you? Okay, so I'm able to utilize alert, I'm able to utilize variables, I'm able to utilize prompt, whatever we have studied up till now right over here. Now there's a big problem with alert. Okay, there's a big problem with alert. Every single time that you want to test something out, you want to read something out, find out if something works or not, you cannot create alerts, you cannot create pop-ups every single time. Otherwise, your entire website will be just filled up with pop-ups. No user wants to see so many pop-ups at any particular point of time. Are you guys able to understand this? If you are coming to a particular website and anytime the website wants to like test something out and it's just showing you pop-ups and pop-ups and pop-ups, would you like, okay, would you like such type of website itself, guys? Please let me know. Would you like such type of website? Never. I would never use such type of website itself. For that, we have something called as, we need to put up all the message inside of the console itself. Sometimes you don't want to showcase the message to the user. Okay, sometimes you don't want to showcase the message to the user itself, you want to showcase it to the developer. Okay, you don't want to showcase it to the user. For that, we want to print it out inside of the console itself. I want to print everything out inside of the console itself. I don't want to print it out using an alert. Okay, so for that, we'll be using something called as log. Can you guys let me know what is the meaning of the term log when it comes to normal English, guys? Can you guys let me know? Not mathematics, not science, anything. Okay, log, L-O-G, normal English, guys. Can you guys let me know? I'm not talking about mathematics. I'm talking about normal English. What is the meaning of the term L-O-G? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what is the meaning of the term log in normal English, guys? List. Okay, record something. Okay, so to log something out, to log your login and log out timings. Okay, it basically means to record something. Okay, to record something is what you mean by logging in something. Okay, similarly right now we want to record something inside of the console. Okay, we want to record something inside of the console. We don't want to note down something inside of the console itself. For that we use the term log or log. Okay, so right over here we'll be using console, that is we want to like write it down inside of console itself. So console.log, I want to write everything down inside of the console. Okay, where do I want to record it, where do I want to note down it? Okay, inside of the console itself. Okay, so console.log, that is where I want, so console is the place where you are currently writing your code. I want to record it inside the console itself. What do I want to record? So I will just copy paste this entire thing up. Okay, control C and control V. So hi name, how are you? Okay, hi name, how are you? So I'm pressing enter right over here, and as you're able to see, we are getting the message on our console itself saying hi Sharasana, how are you? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. Now there are different type of like, so for example, let us go back to the sheet itself. So we have covered alert. Okay, we have covered alert, and there are different kinds of data that is there at any particular point of time. Okay, now in JavaScript we define it by three kinds of data that exists. Okay, three kinds of data that exists. Okay, the first one we have already seen, strings. Okay, it's basically characters. It can contain, so between these inverted commas, it can be a single inverted comma as well, it can be a double inverted comma as well. Okay, we don't care about it, it can be a single inverted comma or a double inverted comma, we actually don't care about it. Okay, so single inverted commas will also be fine, double inverted commas will also be fine. Okay, that is how you create a string. Now string can contain small letters. Okay, string can contain small letters, string can contain capital letters, string can contain numbers, string can contain just empty spaces itself. Okay, just empty spaces. It can contain any kind of special characters like @, hash, dollar, percentage. Okay, caret symbol, percentage symbol. Okay, so percentage has already been done, percentage, star, brackets. It can contain anything inside of it. Okay, it can contain anything inside of it, guys. So that is what is referred to as string. String is the first kind of data that you will be able to see, that we have seen up till now as well. Okay, the next kind of data are called as numbers. Okay, whether it be whole numbers that you know of, for example 2, 4, 7, 0, or even decimal numbers that you know of, 2.5, 3.2, 3.1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all these are referred to as numbers in JavaScript. Okay, all these are referred to as numbers in JavaScript. You don't require any kind of quotation marks. Okay, so 7 is a number, but 7 written in quotation marks is a string itself. Okay, 7 is a number, but 7 written inside of a quotation marks is a string itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. 7 is a number in JavaScript. Okay, whereas 7 written in quotation marks, whether it be 7 or 7 in an single inverted commas, both of them are strings. Okay, that will be strings itself. And the third kind of data that you will be able to see are true and false values. Okay, something can be true or something can be false. These are referred to as Boolean values. Okay, these are referred to as Boolean values. Please always remember that when you're writing true or false values, the T should be always small. Okay, it should always be small. Similar for that, in false values as well, the F should always be small itself. Please do not use capital T and capital F, it won't work. Okay, it will show you error. So true and false are also some kind of data, a new kind of data that is referred to as the Boolean data. Okay, that is referred to as the Boolean data itself. So these are the three kinds of data that you need to know of. Okay, these are the three kinds of data that you need to know of. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great. So guys, for attendance, okay, if I'm showing you the attendance, there might be some days where there are two attendances as well. So if you are leaving the class after I've shown you the attendance, then you will be missing out on the second attendance, and then again you will not be able to receive the certificates. So I don't know how many attendances in one day I will be showing at any particular point of time. I can show two attendance, I can show three attendance. It is totally up to me. Okay, and so if I'm showing you attendance and at a later point of time I'm showing another attendance, then you will not be able to get the certificate if you have not filled up both the attendances itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. On some days there can be multiple attendances as well. So if I'm showing you the attendance and you are leaving the class itself, then you are not going to get the certificates. Okay, you're not going to get the certificates. Please let me know if you have understood this. Okay, please let me know if you have understood this. Great. Today the attendance link will be closed at 9:45. Okay, the attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:45 itself, guys. So let me set up an alarm. Set an alarm for 9:45. So if you are not filling up the attendance by 9:45, will not be eligible for the certificate as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. And today there might be two attendance as well. Right now I'm showing you attendance. At the end of the class I might be showing you another attendance. I don't know about it. So if you're leaving the class, will not be able to get the second attendance. Okay, so I'm showing you the attendance right now, guys. But before I'm showing you the attendance, can we aim? Okay, right now we are having 1,000, almost 2,000 students live with us. Can we aim for 1,800 likes? Okay, can we take up an aim of 1,800 likes, guys? Please do let me know. Also, how was the class today? Were you able to understand everything? Was it easy for you to understand it? Were the examples relatable for you? Please do let me know that as well, guys. Was today's class good for you? Did you guys understand it? Was there any feedback that you want to give, guys? Please do let me know. I have not yet shared the attendance. Once we are able to achieve a aim of 1,800 likes, and almost 40% of you haven't yet subscribed to the channel as well, guys, I will definitely suggest you guys to subscribe to the channel as well. Okay, so were you guys able to understand whatever has been taught in today's class, guys? Good. Any kind of feedback that you guys have, please do let me know. 9:45, that will be the end of the attendance itself. It's 9:45. Okay, we have taken up an aim of 1,800 likes. As soon as it crosses that, I will be showing you guys the attendance as well. Okay. If you are missing out on a single class except the day one, if you are missing it out, there's no issues. But any of the rest of the class, if you're missing it out, you're not going to get the certificates. Any one of the attendance as well, if you're missing it out, you're not going to get the attendance, guys, because the attendance the certificates is not sent by us. We only have the power to send the DevTown certificates. The Google and the Microsoft certificates come from the company's end. So if you're not fulfilling their criteria of 100% attendance, you're not able to get the certificates as well, guys. Okay, can we take up an aim of 1,800 likes, guys? As soon as we are able to reach 1,800 likes, I'll show the first attendance for today, guys. Okay, I'll be showing the first attendance for today, guys. There might be another attendance, I don't know about it. Okay, and the attendance link will be closed at 9:50. Okay, the attendance link will be closed at 9:45. Sorry, 9:45. The attendance link will be closed. Okay, I told you the time as well, guys. 9:45. If you are like leaving, okay, so why are there two attendance in a day? There might be some days where there are two attendance, because some of the students think that they are very smart. Once they get the attendance thing, they leave the class. So to prevent this from happening, that people ask here, they are listening to what I'm saying. So due to that particular reason, we have made sure that there will be two attendances on some particular days. It will be random itself. On some days there might be a question in the attendance sheet as well, a question that you will only be able to answer if you were listening to me properly in the class. Whatever different type of examples that I use, I'll be asking questions related to that like what example did I use for this particular topic, and I will give you 4 options, multiple choice. If you're not able to fill that options correctly, you will again not get the certificates. So I'm trying to make sure that only those students who actually deserve the certificates are able to get the certificates as well. Okay, because I want to make sure that these certificates have some value when it is going to you. Okay. So only those students who are actually focusing upon the class will be able to get the certificates as well. Okay. So once we are able to reach our target of 1,800 likes, I will show you guys the certificate, the attendance link as well. Okay. Dhruv, the class felt slow paced. Yes, Dhruv, because not everybody is as intelligent as you, na. So we have to take everybody up at the same space. So it's better to go at a slower pace so that everybody is able to follow, rather than to be on a fast pace and only a few people are able to follow us. Okay. Okay, so no issues. I don't think so that likes will go beyond that. No issues in that. So I will show you guys the attendance for today's class, guys. Give me a second. So this is the QR code for today's class. It will be there on my screen for the next 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. You can take up a screenshot of the attendance, guys, then you can continue with the class. You can fill it up after later on as well. The attendance will be open up at till 9:45. Just take up a screenshot right now. We'll be continuing with the class right now. You don't have to fill it right now. You can fill it after the class as well. We'll continue with the class right now. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay, so if you guys have taken up the screenshot of the first attendance for today, can we start with our class, guys? Can we start with our class? Please do let me know. Can we start with our today's class, guys? Can we continue with the class, guys? Please do let me know. You don't have to fill the attendance right now, guys. You can fill the attendance at later point as well. You have up till 9:45 to completely fill up the attendance itself, guys. Okay, can we continue with the class right now? Please let me know, guys. Can we continue with the class, guys? Please let me know. Can we continue with the class, guys? Please let me know, guys. Great. So now we are going to learn. So while you are naming variables as well, okay, there are some rules and regulations related to naming a variable. Okay, there are rules and regulations for naming a variable as well. Okay, the attendance will be opened up till 9:45, guys. The attendance is open up till 9:45. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, let's continue with the class right now. So like I said, when you're like creating a variable, okay, when you're creating a variable, there are some rules and regulations that you need to follow to name a variable as well. You cannot name the variable as anything. Okay, right now we named our variable as rent, we named our variable as name. Okay, there are some rules and regulations that we need to follow. Okay, some rules and regulations that we need to follow. So let's look at that right now. So these rules and regulations are here, and we will be going through all these rules and regulations right now. The first character of the variable name. Now what I'm doing is I'm dividing the variable name into two separate parts. Okay, two separate parts. The first particular part, so you are having, for example, rent. Okay, this is your variable name. Let me write the variable name right over here, rent. Okay, and dividing it into two separate parts, guys. The first letter of the variable name, that is the first part, and the second particular part is the rest of the variable name. Okay, the rest of the variable name, you are having two parts of a variable name, guys. The first part is the first letter of the variable name, the second part is the rest of the variable name, guys. Okay, the first character, that is the first character of a variable name, should be a letter, that is small a to small z. Okay, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore. Okay, or an underscore. You cannot have anything else as the first letter of a variable name. Okay, you cannot have anything else as the first letter of the variable name, guys. You can only have small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore. You cannot have numbers, you cannot have special characters, nothing else. Okay, you cannot have hyphens as well, only underscores. Okay, or letters itself, that is small a to small z and capital A to capital Z. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. No special characters, nothing else, nothing on your computer, like on your keyboard, except these three things. Except these three things can be the first character of the variable name. The rest of the variable name, okay, the rest of the variable name except the first character can contain any letter, that is small a to small z, can contain any number, that is capital A to capital Z as well, can contain any numbers 0 to 9, or underscore. Okay, it can also contain underscore as well. You cannot have any special characters, any particular spaces or punctuation marks anywhere inside the variable names. Okay. You cannot contain any punctuation marks, any special characters, hyphens or dollars or anything, or spaces anywhere inside of your variable name. The first character can be small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore. The rest of the variable name can contain numbers as well, but no special characters. Okay, so right over here, so you 007 JB is not a valid variable name, but JB007, okay, is a valid variable name. Okay, it's a valid variable name. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. JB007 is a valid variable name, whereas 007 JB is not a valid variable name. Okay, similar to that, okay, as the rest of the JavaScript, variable names are case sensitive. Okay, these are case sensitive. What do I mean by case sensitive? That small s and capital S will be treated as two separate things. Okay, will be treated as two separate things. So STR, okay, capital S, capital T, capital R, small s, capital T, small r, capital S, small t, capital R, all these will be treated as separate variable names, different variable name, guys. Okay, different variable names. Okay, why? Because JavaScript is case sensitive. Okay, because JavaScript is case sensitive. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this, that JavaScript is case sensitive? So small str, capital str, all of these will be treated as different variable names. Okay, because why is it? Because JavaScript is a case sensitive language. Okay, because JavaScript is a case sensitive language. Okay, similar to that, then you are having you can't use one of the JavaScript's reserved words as a variable name. So for example, you cannot use alert as a variable name because it already has some special meaning inside of JavaScript. You cannot use prompt as a particular variable name because it already has some special meaning inside of JavaScript. You're going to use console as a variable name because it already has a special meaning inside of JavaScript itself. Okay, so now many people are asking why so. So there's no reason behind it. This is how the person who created JavaScript created it. Okay, you don't need to have a reason behind it. For example, my name is Shaurya. It means bravery. But I was just born. Okay, there's no bravery involved right over there. Okay, every particular person in the entire world is born. Okay, so every person is named as Shaurya? No. Okay, it has no meaning behind it. That is how it has been created. These are rules, just like wearing a tie to your school. Okay, that was a rule. If you're not wearing the tie, you will be having like some disciplinary action taken upon you. There was no reason to wear a tie. Okay, it's just a rule. You have to follow it. The same thing right over here as well. Okay, these are the rules. These are the naming conventions that you need to follow while creating JavaScript variable name. Okay, creating JavaScript variable name itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. No issues. Karan saying Bhisht, if you have messed up the first day, there is no issues in that. But any of the other days, if you are missing it up, any one of the attendance that you are missing it up, you will not be able to get the certificate. Okay. Great. So everybody is able to understand this. Am I right, guys? Please let me know. So the first letter of a variable name should be small a to small z, capital A to capital Z or underscore. The rest of the variable names can contain numbers as well. So small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, 0 to 9 or underscore itself. Okay, that is the reason why JB007 is a valid variable name because it does not start with a number, but it contains a number, so that's fine. Okay, but here 007 JB starts with a number itself. You cannot start with a number. That is the reason why this is not a valid variable name. Okay, great, you guys are able to understand everything. That's awesome. So now let us move on to the next particular part. Okay, so we'll continue with functions from tomorrow onwards itself. I don't want to start functions right now and then you guys are missing up or not remembering it for the next day. What is today's assignment, guys? Can you guys let me know? What is today's assignment? Can you guys let me know? So why zero? Okay, so everybody's having this particular question. Let me answer it. So 007. Okay, 007. Okay. JB. Okay, it's not a valid variable name. Why? Because the first letter of the variable name cannot be a number. It can only be capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, or an underscore. Whereas JB007, okay, that's a valid variable name because the first letter is your small a to small z or capital A to capital Z or underscore, and the rest of the variable name can contain, okay, can contain small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, underscore, as well as numbers as well. Okay, as well as numbers as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. The case sensitive one. So JavaScript basically treats small j and capital J as two separate things. Okay, it is two separate things. It's not the same thing itself. So str, okay, small str and capital str will be treated as two separate variable names. Okay, it will be treated as two separate variable names, guys, because JavaScript is case sensitive in nature. Okay. Okay, so we'll pause right over here, guys. This is more than sufficient for you guys. I've already told you guys today's assignment is whatever we have learned today. Okay, try to practice it. Open up some particular place and try to practice it as much as possible. Because in programming, practice is the only thing that is going to make you better. Practice. If you're just listening to me and you're not practicing at a later point of time, there's no use of these boot camps. After some time, you'll just forget it. These certificates will have no value to it if you don't remember everything properly. Okay, so please try to make sure that you're practicing as much as possible, guys. Okay, so we will be doing this tomorrow. We'll be starting off with functions. Okay, we'll be starting off with functions, guys. So I want you guys to be ready for that as well. We will be understanding why the undefined was coming back to us. Okay, so we'll end the class right over here. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow again at 7:30 sharp. Please practice it. Come to the class. I hope that you guys had a great time learning with me. Of course, before going, if you have still not subscribed to the channel or liked the video, I will still request you guys to take up 1 minute of your time. Okay, it will just take 1 minute, not more than that, You just scroll down, click on 2 buttons, and that's more than sufficient. Okay. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this, please? Because almost 40% of you have still not subscribed to the channel. So I request you guys, I don't know if you are not liking the way that we are teaching or something, because it's extremely important, guys. Okay, so please do that, and we'll be meeting tomorrow at 7:30. I had a great time with you, and I hope that you were able to learn something as well. So we'll meet tomorrow at 7:30, guys, and we'll continue from right over there. You guys can start leaving the class. Okay, you guys can start leaving the class. The class is over. We will meet again at 7:30 tomorrow, and we'll have an awesome time together, guys. Thank you so much, guys. It was great meeting you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You can continue leaving the class, guys. The class is over. Okay, the class is over, guys. Okay. The attendance is already taken up. The attendance is open up till 9:45. Okay, if you're not able to fill up the attendance up till 9:45, you will not be getting the certificates. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for being in the boot camp. We'll meet tomorrow, and we'll have an awesome time moving further. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys.